I almost did not make this video right now, but there was something telling me just go and just talk to the people about these transfer rumors, these players linked to Liverpool. I did talk about Jules Koundé and Koulibaly linked to Manchester City a couple days ago, and that one is still ongoing. But it's like there's a lot of uncertainty over that. But I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that when I get an update. I'll hit you with the Koulibaly, Jules Koundé situation because Man City does need centre back options. Definitely do. But the story I want to talk about today is on Liverpool Football Club, which has been catching a lot of, building up a lot of steam lately, catching fire lately. And it's the Ismaïla Sarr from Watford to Liverpool transfer. There's been a lot of transfers out there, guys. I've spoken about a lot of transfers on the channel, but not a lot of interest from the fans. But when I do talk about Liverpool, there's a lot of interest out there when it comes to the videos. So I have to come back. I got to give you what you want. And I'm here to talk about Ismaïla Sarr link to Liverpool. So if we go back to August 12th, 2020, there was an article on Transfermarkt that read, LFC are a great team. And those are words said by the man himself, the Senegalese international Ismaïla Sarr, who has World Cup experience, who has African Cup of Nations experience, played in the French League, and he is a very talented player. I've been watching this player for some time. Guys, I cannot make this up. He's 22 years old, but I've known of this player since he was 19. Since he was at Metz, then Stade Rennais. I've been following his career, and I really liked when he got the move to Watford. 30 million, Watford's record signing, but the bad management over there, the club is ran really badly, and they got their ass relegated, and I feel bad for Ismaïla Sarr, but he was one of the instrumental players who, he was the player who put out one of those instrumental performances that handed Liverpool their first Premier League loss of the season. So then he's linked to Liverpool. Then you know what I mean. Look. The kid is a talent. He's a talent. But the article reads, Liverpool target Ismaïla Sarr says Champions League is a dream for all players, and that's another thing. That's another thing that could tell you guys that this transfer could actually happen. Because look at Diego Jota. He was playing in the Europa League with Wolves. Liverpool are in the Champions League every season. Nowadays, he's every season. And he would say, listen, man, it's a logical decision to go to Liverpool from Wolves. Because Wolves ain't gonna get Champions League football anytime soon unless they really ramp up their recruitment, and they're linked to guys like Douglas Costa and all these guys. They brought in Semedo. This could be their year, but previous years they played 7th, so Diego Jota, bam, Liverpool. Sensible decision. The same could go for Ismaïla Sarr. Look at Thiago. He's been winning it every year at Bayern Munich, and he's like, there's no challenge there. You know what, man? I'm out of here. I'm winning every year. He go to Liverpool. It's just sensible transfers. The channel Tifo Football has the series called Sensible Transfers. That's a sensible transfer. But look here. Ismaïla Sarr to Liverpool would be a sensible transfer for both the player and the club, because he could play all across the front line, primarily on the right wing, and he could provide very good cover for his fellow African player, Mo Salah, or he could even provide cover for his fellow Senegalese player, his compatriot, Sadio Mane. And that would be a scary duo if you have Mane on the left and Sarr on the right. So Jota is a cover as well for both. You need cover. Shaqiri was brought in for cover, but Shaqiri has been a disappointment. He cannot stay fit. He can't stay fit. So, look, Liverpool brought in 2 players. It cost them, let's say, 60 to 70 mil. They could bring in Sarr. And as you guys know, the deals were not like cash up front. It was installment deals for both players. Plus, they got money for Keanu Hoover. Plus, they got money for that kid, Ovi Ojaria, that went to, I think, Reading. And they could offload players like Gruich, Harry Wilson, and even Ryan Brewster has been in the news, as well as Gini Wijnaldum last year of his contract. If he moves to Barcelona, he would bring in some money as well. So that's where the money could be recouped. And there's like guys like Nate Phillips and so on and so forth. There's a few other players that could be offloaded. I've been hearing news that Oxlade-Chamberlain could be offloaded. Divock Origi could be offloaded. But we are not talking about those guys now. We are talking about Ismaïla Sarr. We're having a nice little conversation right now. I don't even want to edit up this video too much. I just want to talk to the people. You understand what I'm saying? Because I almost didn't make this video. To be honest, I almost didn't make the video. So, look, I was upstairs just taking a little sip. I was about to make something to eat, but I told my wife, make it for me, please. I had to beg her, but I think she obliged. So I'm here talking to you guys, so you better make it worth my time. So we're going to continue this Ismaïla Sarr conversation. I haven't even gotten into the article. I have 2 articles to read, though. But the article back in August said, Liverpool, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Crystal Palace are among the teams interested in signing Ismaïla Sarr from relegated Premier League side Watford FC. And I don't think Ismaïla Sarr has been involved in Watford's games for this season, because I just looked at their Carabao Cup match that I think they lost that last game. I think they did lose the Carabao Cup game, and he wasn't playing, so that could be an indication he's not really being involved right now. So for you Liverpool fans, I know a lot of Liverpool channels maybe didn't talk about that, but Ismaïla Sarr have not really been involved in the Watford team so far. At least not for the last game. Not for the last game. So what I could do really quick while we're right here, I could actually just look up the Watford games and verify. They lost to Newport County, and Sarr was not in the lineup, and he was not on the bench. Watford looked very, very depleted, if you ask me. And they have already started their campaign in the Championship, where they drew 0-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. And I'm going to check to see if Sarr was in the lineup, and he wasn't. He didn't start, and he wasn't on the bench. I'm not sure if he's carrying an injury right about now. And in the earlier round of the Carabao Cup, guys, he was not in the team, and he was not on the bench. So he could be carrying an injury against Middlesbrough. Was he in the lineup? He was not in the lineup, and he was not on the bench. The last game, oh man, look. They did play a warm-up game, it seems, against Tottenham Hotspur. Ismaïla Sarr, he wasn't there. So if I go back to Transfermarkt that I'm talking about right now, and I click his profile, I want to try to see if he's injured right now. There is a 42% probability that he can join Liverpool FC. So right about now, I'm not actually seeing an injury for Ismaïla Sarr. I'm not seeing an injury. Because usually for Transfermarkt, they would let you know if the player is currently injured. And I don't see an injury right now for Ismaïla Sarr. He could be injured right now, but I'm not seeing an injury right about now. So this could be an indication that Sarr could be on his way out of Watford, and his first season there, his only year there, could turn out to be a disaster where they were relegated. So, look, the article continues to say, the winger who was signed for 30 million from Stade Rennais last summer managed 5 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League last season. On Wednesday, which was back in August, Sarr admitted in an interview with the Watford Observer that it would be a dream come true to play for Liverpool. Liverpool are a really great team. He did not say good. He did not say decent. He did not say okay. He said Liverpool are a great team. Everyone would love to play there, Sarr said. Sarr, however, also admitted that there has been no discussions about a potential transfer yet. I'm at the same level of information as everyone else about these transfer rumors. We have not discussed it internally. The Evening Standard, in the meantime, have reported that Watford have set a €44 million price tag for the 22-year-old Senegalese winger. The Championship side has seen their finances taken a hit before because of the COVID-19, but despite this, are not dependent on a fire sale. For Liverpool, however, the price could be an issue. And we have seen that maybe price is not really an issue for Liverpool because they negotiated in a way that they don't have to pay everything up front. You know what I mean? And as I discussed earlier, if they do have to pay a larger amount up front, they could sanction the sales of certain players, or maybe they could send players the other way, like they did with Keanu Hoover, sending him to Wolves and bringing Diego Jota in. So that could also be something that is actually feasible. Maybe a Nat Phillips to Watford, you know what I'm saying? Or I can't think of any player who would want to actually go to Watford. Maybe a Harvey Elliott to Watford on loan, you know, just to actually, and Liverpool maybe pay Harvey Elliott wages while he's there. So there's a lot of options that could be considered. But the Championship side, well, I already read that. For Liverpool, I already read that. I'm fucking up right now. But anyways, Liverpool, however, the price could be an issue. The Red already walked away earlier from a $53 million deal that would have landed Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. Look, I think Liverpool could have afforded Timo Werner, but Werner actually wanted to go to Chelsea, and things are not quite working out so far for Timo Werner. We could all admit that. It therefore might require some skillful negotiations to land Sarr. And you know, I know that the name Michael Edwards gets thrown around and that Liverpool always gets their players for cheaper than the selling team want for the player. Look at the situation with Jamal Lewis. When Liverpool wanted Jamal Lewis for a certain price, Jamal Lewis is a quality player, and Norwich was saying, we want such and such. Liverpool said whatever, and they brought in Tsimikas. Jamal Lewis did get a good move to Newcastle where he's starting. He would not have started at Liverpool. So it worked out for the player. It definitely worked out for the player. But Liverpool have one ace up their sleeve. Sarr came through the same academy in Senegal as Sadio Mane, and the 22-year-old describes the Liverpool winger as his brother in the interview in the Watford Observer. So Sadio Mane could help with the negotiations as well in order to land the speedy winger Ismaïla Sarr. Very, very talented player if you ask me. There is also one more article I have to read. The latest article on Transfermarkt. This is a site that I actually love, and it's a reputable site. And it has a lot of stats, and I use it quite often. So, this article, however, reads, I know this video is a little longer than usual, but I have to take my time, seriously. And this article reads, deal above market value, ? Liverpool move to sign Ismaïla Sarr. You guys are not going to like this one, but it's also comical. Manchester United also interested? That's a ? Liverpool have inquired to sign Ismaïla Sarr and discuss the situation with his current club, Watford. Daily Mail reported on Thursday. I don't know how reputable Daily Mail is, but I haven't been seeing tweets lately from guys like Fabrizio Romano, James Pearce, and Melissa Reddy actually talking about this one, because I do have those names on notifications when they tweet, so I could get all the information, and I suggest you do as well. But Watford, however, want in the region of €40 million for the striker who joined the club for $30 million just one summer ago from Stade Rennais. So Watford want big money. They want profit for him. Liverpool would have to work out a good deal. And if, I think they can. I think they can. Look, you guys should know, I'm a City supporter. We are not in for Ismaïla Sarr. So if Liverpool want him, get him. We have played against Sarr in the past. We handled Sarr. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like if I'm super worried about Sarr, if he goes there or whatnot. He's a good player, but he would be merely a backup at Liverpool, which would be a very good backup, to be honest. I'm keeping it real, man. That's what I'm going to bring to you guys this season. Straight realness. The evaluation is significant above his current market value. Sarr scored 5 goals and 6 assists in 28 Premier League games and has a current market value of 24.5 million euros. Liverpool have just signed Thiago in a deal worth 30 million and will want to drive down Sarr's price or walk away from the deal. We could also add the Diego Jota in the deal as well, because this was on the same day Thiago was signed. I missed this news because of the whole Thiago news was actually bigger than this. And the whole Sarr to Liverpool thing resurfacing today again. But this is an article from the 18th, and we know on the 19th, Liverpool announced Diego Jota. So people are saying, a lot of people are saying that Jota was the alternative in case Liverpool does not get Sarr. But think about this. Jota is more expensive than Sarr, which means that Liverpool could still be in for Sarr. Liverpool could be trying to say, listen, Salah and Mane may look for adventures in the future. Maybe a Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Bayern, or PSG, or wherever they want to go. And we need to secure ourselves with talented players of similar caliber in case one of these guys go. And that's why they brought in Jota. That's why they're looking to bring in Ismaïla Sarr. So, Ismaïla Sarr, Manchester United have also made contact. Watford, however, will have little motivation to move from their evaluation, knowing that Liverpool are not the only side interested. On Thursday, The Independent reported that Manchester United have identified Sarr as a possible alternative to Jadon Sancho, who is set to stay at Dortmund this summer. The Independent reported that United intermediaries have already made inquiries at Watford. The Independent, however, are slightly lower in their evaluation. The Independent, however, I think this is a mistake in the thing, but it said the Independent, however, are slightly lower in their evaluation of the player. The outlet believes Watford won 33 million for the forward. Look, this deal could happen, and that's all I'm going to read right now. A lot of Liverpool channels are talking about this, and this is building up steam. Mbappe linked. Ousmane Dembélé linked. None of those are going to happen just yet. Ozan Kabak linked, a centre-back there. Maybe Liverpool may rethink that and not sign Kabak because Fabinho did a great job against Chelsea. Maybe they don't need to sign another centre-back. Matip injured. Wijnaldum could be leaving. Brewster could be leaving. Harry Wilson could be leaving. Who knows if Harvey Elliott is going to go? I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But transfer window goes into October, and there will be more deals. And who knows, there may be a deal for Ismaïla Sarr in the works. Saw what happened with the Jota deal? We never expected it. It happened. Ismaïla Sarr is picking up steam. Premier League rivals, beware. Liverpool are strengthening. They're strengthening. They got backup for the right back, Nico Williams. They got backup for the left back, Tsimikas. They have backup for the forwards in Minamino, Jota. They have Thiago Alcantara brought in. Wijnaldum could leave. But they have guys like Naby Keita there. Oxlade-Chamberlain may be deemed excess to requirement. Who knows? He's always injured. Shaqiri. So there could be a lot of movement for Liverpool. They do need to sign a centre-back, but that is left to be seen. Backup goalkeepers are there. Adrian Karius. Who knows? Karius could be sold. money could be raised again there. So, look, we thought Liverpool weren't going to do any business. And look here. They're doing some of the best business so far. But, as a City fan, I would like for City to get the centre-backs in. Ake brought in, Ferran Torres brought in. Ake look good. Ferran Torres, we know what he's capable of doing. Koulibaly come in, or Jules Koundé, or both. We're gonna have a hell of a season on our hands here. And mark my word, it's gonna be an epic one. Hopefully, we don't get any interruptions from the COVID-19 or anything like that. Keep it on. Knock on wood. But it's gonna be a hell of a season. Whoever wins it would fully deserve it because they would have worked hard. They would have recruited well. They would have played well. And they would fully deserve what they get at the end of the season. Come May, deep into May. The season will run deep into May. And hopefully we don't get another interruption. But guys, another real video for your head tops. If you enjoyed it and you're new, subscribe. Thanks to everyone who have already subscribed to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Like the video, share it with a friend. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if I forget any major details. I think I talked about most things. And for everyone, Dominic Rich. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Another classic, right? I'm weird sometimes, I know.